Well, good afternoon, Missio Day, and welcome to another week's edition of the 3 things that you should know as you plug into life here at our church. The first one is a recap or a reminder from last week that this upcoming Wednesday, May 20th from 7 to 8 o'clock, we are going to have a church-wide corporate prayer gathering via Zoom. So we're going to send out a Zoom link Tuesday morning to give you information of where to join us. But we will pray for about an hour together as a church, and it's just a great time for us to not only connect with each other and see each other on Zoom, but more importantly, to remind ourselves of how dependent we are on Jesus to work in our lives and in our church and in our community. And corporate prayer is really one of the most important things that we can do as a church, particularly in this season that we find ourselves in right now. So to kind of whet your appetite for that, the second thing we want to draw your attention to is a sermon on prayer that we're going to be sharing. The link will be below this video in the description, as well as in the email that goes out with this video to our church. And it's a sermon by a man named Ed Paz. He's an Acts 29 pastor in California. And this last fall, Jeff Otero and I, one of our elders, had the chance to go out to Reno and hear this sermon at a conference, and it was super impactful for both of us. And we're praying that it will be for you as well. It's a way of reminding us of why we pray, even when our prayers are unanswered, and it's just a great biblical exposition of the importance of prayer. So we hope that those two things will continue to cultivate this priority of prayer in our church, that we are praying. Our Missio Dei becomes more and more a praying church, not just a church that prays, but actually a praying church. And the last thing we want to draw our attention to is a little bit of a sad note. Actually, it's a lot of a sad note. Kylie Mary has been serving as our Missio Kids deacon, who's in charge of scheduling all the volunteers for Missio Kids. And as you know, Missio Kids is our biggest ministry that we have. It takes around 90 volunteers a month to make that ministry work. And Kylie was the one who coordinated all those schedules. She's done that for the last several years. And if you had any interaction with her at all, you know it's been a delight to work with her. And she did a fantastic job. And if you have children in Missio Kids, you should know that the reason they had teachers there able to teach them the gospel and love them so well is because Kylie was the one coordinating all of that. So we're just so grateful for her and all that she's done. There's no way we could recount how much time she put in these last few years. It was hours and hours a week that adds up a lot over the course of a few years. There was one weekend in particular Kelly told me about where Kylie had to send 150 texts on a Saturday just to get the classes covered for a Sunday morning. And she did that with such joy and excellence. It's been a real blessing for us as a church. So the plan is, don't tell her, but we would like for you, anyone who has her number, to send her a text right now, encouraging her, thanking her, and just showing how much you love her and how grateful we are for her as a church. If you don't have her phone number, send us an email. It's info@missiodefalcon.org, and we will get you her number so that you can text her. Unless, of course, you are a spammer, don't email that address. Email instead jeffotero@hotmail.com, and he will be the one to take care of all your inquiries there. So we are really going to miss Kylie. It's been such a good time having her and her husband Matt around our church as they go to Iowa for Matt's PA school. We're going to miss them a lot, but we're hopeful that they will come back to us as soon as he is graduated. So Matt and Kylie, we love you. We're so grateful for both of you. And to the rest of us as a church, we're so grateful for you as well, and the way that we're all enduring through this season of social distancing so well. We hope you can join us Wednesday night for the prayer meeting on Zoom. If you don't get an email from us, again, email info@missiodefalcon.org, and we'll make sure that you get that link to the prayer meeting. So have a great rest of your week. Love you guys, and can't wait to see you again soon.